Green Lantern number 14, written by Jeff Johns, art by Doug Mahnke. This is the next part of Rise of the Third Army, and it's kind of just like a holding pattern for an issue. So we left off last issue with Simon Baz being confronted by the Justice League because he is a suspected terrorist with a Green Lantern ring. It kind of is right up their alley, but this issue picks up with a basically recap of what's going on across the entire Green Lantern line, and it's just the Guardians talking to themselves saying like, hey, we totally killed Hal Jordan indirectly, we're taking care of all the other human lanterns, and we're sending our third army out to absorb all life in the universe, and only then will our mission be complete. And the first lantern is, of course, being held in his prison nearby, and he's like, excuse me, why? And they're like, what do you mean why? He's like, I mean, I get it. I get what you're doing. You're taking over the universe by getting rid of individual thoughts, but like, why though? And it's like, oh, because emotion is wrong and blah blah blah. And regardless, stop asking questions, First Lantern. Once our third army has taken over, we can finally extinguish you as a power source. Mwahaha. And then we cut back to Simon Baz, who is looking down the Justice League, and he's like, I'm sorry, do you expect me to fight you? Like, literally all of you would kick my ass, except maybe Batman. I might take Batman. And Aquaman's like, yeah, he's a Green Lantern. So at that point, they say, like, yeah, look, here's the thing. I don't know how I got the Green Lantern ring. I barely know how it works. All I know is I think it wants me to, like, find the person who actually planted the bomb, because that wasn't me. And he is totally willing and even suggests to use Wonder Woman's lasso to like confirm that he's telling the truth. And they're like, okay, yeah, sounds good, but we do like want you to depower and take off the ring first. He's like, I don't think I can do that. Like, I don't know if I can. It's just like, all right, it's fine, no problem, just take your time. And so he lets Batman come over and touch it, and as soon as Batman touches the ring, there's this construct that comes out with like Sinestro's face over and over, just saying like, don't touch my ring, which the entire league thinks is a threat. And Simon's like, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean to do that. But they're already on the chase. Simon conjures up a Green Lantern construct of a car, which he then drives away, which Flash is immediately right up next to his driver's side, being like, hey, look, you're running away. This isn't helping your case. Just pull over. We can sort this out. And Simon's like, nah, you've already made up your mind about me. And he, like, manages to dodge Flash and Superman by turning the car on, like, a literal dime. And as Flash catches up to him again, he's like, you do understand, like, I will always be able to catch up to you. And he's like, yeah, but I'm not trying to outrun you. I'm just trying to outthink you. And he uses the energy to make a whole bunch of decoy construct cars, enough that Superman and Flash are unable to keep track of it, and he manages to escape. So he makes his way to where he was going to meet up with his sister, and the sister is there waiting, and she's like, hey, was that the Justice League? And he's like, yeah, it's been a day. I'm sorry about that. And basically, the sister just opens up saying, like, look, I know you feel responsible for my husband's death, but like he's the one who chose to join in that street race. It's not your fault. He's the one who crashed. Just, I think you're being noble. That's the long and short of it. I think that what you're trying to do is being noble, even if you were stupid before. I got the address of the guy who previously owned that van, so maybe he can give you some answers. And Simon is on his way off. We see a brief little stitch of the Third Army absorbing some more people. I don't even know where they are. It just shows them there. And then we go to I think it was the Black Vault, that place where the First Lantern was originally imprisoned. And all the Guardians are still inside, like, okay, well, we currently have no way out. How are we supposed to do this? And they are listening to the vault door, where Black Hand is, of course, inside. And inside, Black Hand has resurrected the one Guardian who's already killed, named Regal. And Regal basically tells him, like, oh, we were meant to stay in here for eons. There is no way out. We have to watch over the First Lantern. But now They have the first lantern, so we're just stuck in here forever. So Black Hand now understands what's going on, at least. And then we cut over to Hal and Sinestro, who are both in just this black void, and Hal thinks he sees something ahead, and there's a figure in some tattered robes saying, like, "Ah, Sinestro, it is you. Come, you must pay for your crime." And Hal's like, "What did you do this time?" Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. This issue felt pretty much like a holding pattern. I mean, yes, we had Simon meet up with the Justice League, which I guess is an interesting meetup. It is showing that he is able to hold his own. It's a good character development thing, but in terms of all the other plots, it kind of just feels like we're just staying in place. So, not the best issue, but it's not bad by any means. The art's fantastic the whole way through, and it does further Simon's plot and a little bit of Hal and Sinestro's plot, though this is, I think, the first time we checked in with them in like 2-3 issues. So it's slow going on all fronts. I'm curious to see how fast we're actually going to make it through this and when we're going to get to actually meeting up with the Third Army in terms of Simon or getting Hal and Sinestro back, because both those seem very far away from their endpoints. So we'll see when we get there. Overall, though, this one is probably like a 6.5. It's not bad by any means. It does just feel, though, pretty unnecessary and like it could have been sped up and folded into a different issue. So not bad, just I wanted a little bit more.